Hello, welcome to this update for Australia and some other parts of Oceania. So let's see what's happening. We have this tropical low that is forming and will bring a lot of rain to Queensland and some parts of Queensland. There's already a lot of rain there from this tropical moisture and tropical low pressures, and there'll be even more during the next few days, especially into this weekend. So now it's late Wednesday and we already have some storms in northern Queensland, especially like northern territory and northern Queensland, some stronger storms. And today's Wednesday, the 29th, into Thursday, still shows some storms in Queensland, and the European model already shows this low pressure, the Coral Sea, by Thursday night, tomorrow. So this is not expected to be a tropical cyclone, just a tropical low pressure, a weak low pressure, not a tropical cyclone yet, but just a low pressure that will carry all this rainfall and produce some very dangerous rainfall, especially to Friday. So Friday that already shows a lot of storms there, but as we go into Saturday, the first shows even more, like late Friday into Saturday, those very heavy downpours there. So shows like here in the monsoon trough, just north of Australia, a lot of activity into northern Queensland. So this is late Saturday. This shows more storms Sunday in Queensland. So this is Sunday afternoon, shows a lot of storms there, and some very heavy rain still in the coast of Queensland Sunday afternoon, and interior areas also. So this goes there, and you can also see storms in northwestern Australia and other spots there. So Sunday the 2nd, and later and after Monday the 3rd, the European shows that this moisture coming further south, like into central western Queensland and creeping to the Northern Territory. Still some downpours there in the Northern Territory. So Monday this shows Tuesday into Wednesday. So Tuesday the 4th, more storms through Queensland. It gets better on the coast, only a few showers, but now shows this right between the Northern Territory and Queensland. Tuesday into Wednesday the 5th shows some very heavy downpours southwestern Queensland, and it keeps going there. So I don't know what happened here. So Wednesday still shows those big downpours there, especially southwestern Queensland and through northern territory and Queensland. That tropical moisture still there. So Thursday the 6th still shows storms through the Northern Territory in Queensland, and Friday the 7th still shows in Queensland some storms, and northwestern Australia, Northern Territory still. So be careful those areas. Now there's the GFS model, we can see it here too. So it shows like that tropical low there from like Friday. So you can see this is late Friday into Saturday, shows some very heavy rain there on the coast of Queensland. So this goes especially like this is into Saturday the 1st, so that was Friday, so into Saturday shows this low pressure there, some very heavy rainfall on the coast of Queensland there. So please be careful, stay dry, and warn others there, especially because this heavy rainfall can cause flooding and everything. So you can see here too, Friday to Saturday near Townsville and especially the areas north of Townsville. Please stay safe. This goes and still shows Sunday some heavy storms there. So Sunday into Monday as well, and some northwestern Australia too. So Monday, Tuesday, the 4th shows some more storms in Queensland. Tuesday into Wednesday, the GFS doesn't have much in southwestern Queensland like the European, but it does have more like Northern Territory a lot, Northern Queensland, and more there. This is alright. February 8th still shows a lot of storms there, so please stay safe. Now for some accumulations, shows just until Friday morning already shows a lot, especially some areas there. Wait, let's put this in millimeters. So 100 millimeters, some spots 108, and so it is just like the next 1 day and 10 hours. But 5 days until Monday the 3rd shows like in Townsville 254, 261, some areas further north to 490, 479. So even a spot to close to 500 millimeters. So please stay safe. There can be a lot of flooding, especially from Friday into Saturday as this heavy rainfall comes. So be careful, and be careful with landslides too. This is some spots, and be careful while driving, and stay safe from flash flooding as well. So please be careful. And now until the next Friday, the 7th, so a week from now, a little bit more than a week, the European array has this moisture going into the interior of Queensland, and it has this spot like 600 millimeters southwestern Queensland. So it has a lot of the Northern Territory too, but this year the model still update on that because it's still like far out, but we'll keep checking. There's now the GFS. The GFS is even more there. So it has 700 millimeters in Townsville, 872 just south of Townsville. I think this is too much. It might be exaggerating a little bit, but it has almost 800 millimeters in Townsville. Not 800, but almost. So the GFS is indicating like a lot of rain. So like 870, it has 912 millimeters in a few spots. I don't think this much will fall, but if it does, this amount of rain can cause catastrophic flooding. So no matter if it's like 200 or 800, please stay safe and stay alert. Please be careful. So you can see like now until Friday morning shows some storms there, but nothing crazy. But Friday afternoon until Saturday show like 200 millimeters, and Saturday into Sunday shows 300 more, and Sunday into Monday still shows a lot. So this rain will be spread out through 5 days, but it will be a lot. So please stay safe. There's here the access to this other model. It shows some spot to 500 millimeters, shows in Townsville like 475, and right on the coast some spots to 600, 547 has like 548. So please stay safe. So like especially some river flooding possible too, urban flooding, flash flooding. So please be careful, and it even gets like 800 millimeters in a few spots. So please stay safe this rain in Queensland and warn others. So now until Friday morning shows some storms, but nothing crazy. But Friday until Saturday afternoon, the tropical lows there, and already shows like sunspots to 200 millimeters. Now Saturday until Sunday, the excess has like the worst, like 600 millimeters. Sunday until Monday has even more around Townsville and more areas there. So please stay safe. There's the icon too. The icon shows like some 353, 386. In Townsville it has a little bit less, like 166, 158. Has some other spots like 154. So stay safe. But further north show like 421. So some other spots show like 432. So please be careful around Cairns, so 289, not the spots of the coast there. And even outside of that zone, like northernmost Queensland, it has like 270, some spots there to like 228. So stay safe there. Some downpours in northwestern Australia too. So please be careful those areas and stay safe. Now there's the Canadian model. Shows like there's two separate systems. One, the Indian Ocean tropical storm, it might form, but you stay in the ocean there, so you probably won't make landfall. And there's this tropical low there in Queensland, so it goes and like this the Canadian. So Friday, right, it shows some storms. Saturday into Sunday shows the worst, like very heavy, and still this is Monday, shows like still some big storms in Queensland Monday. And still has like Wednesday, the Canadian still has some storms there, and the Canadian has this becoming a cyclone making landfall in northwestern Australia there. So it's one of the only models that shows this goes there, shows it going through Western Australia next week. Let's just see if the European shows anything similar. So it goes there. Wait, because the internet is bad. So it goes and like, come on. So it shows the tropical low there in the Indian Ocean. Saturday goes and it goes away. So the European doesn't have this making landfall. The GFS, it also forms a tropical storm, but it goes away into the ocean, and more potential tropical moisture to watch later. And there's the Jan 2, shows like let's see if it works here. It might take a while to load, so during that time, because I don't know if the internet is working still, because it's up here, so it worked. So it shows that the moisture in Queensland, shows that tropical low there, the heavy rain goes, and the Neptune even has another tropical storm, the Southern Coral Sea later, but we'll check here. Wait, because the internet is so bad, but let's see here if it works here. So now for more spots here, if this works, because I don't know what's happening. So now there is like Vanuatu, the Solomon Islands, next 5 days, still shows a lot of heavy rain, especially the southern Solomon Islands. This spot there, like Kangua, some other spots. The Europeans like 221 millimeters, some spots there. Has the central Solomon Islands, so some 84, 72, some 99. So be aware there too of tropical moisture and storms, and be aware that that's not a high resolution model. So for example, there are these high resolution models here in Australia that shows like just from now, Wednesday the 29th, all the way to Thursday night, already show like 290 to 280. So only the next 24 hours already show like 200 millimeters, some spots there. These high resolution models show like some spots 148 and more downpours there. So be aware, because most times these high resolution models are very accurate. So be careful those storms there. and be mindful. Some spots on the coast there that can get a lot. And same thing for other areas of Oceania that don't have high resolution models. Be careful, because there might be more rain than what I'm showing you here. So especially some islands like Northern Island in Sola show like 240, 126 in Sola. In Aplos show like 245 next 5 days. So stay safe there. In Fiji show like 67 millimeters, 124, 92. So stay safe. Be careful. That's the GFS too. The GFS is like northern Vanuatu, showing like 400 millimeters, 500 in a few spots. So the Europeans like 50 millimeters in that spot. The GFS 300. So it might go both ways, but just be aware there, because with these models that keep changing, we can't know 100%, but like the excess is kind of in the middle, show like 120, 148, so please be careful. Next 2 days show like some 60 millimeters, but the next 5 days shows like 120, spots like Sola 240, so stay safe there. And New Caledonia, the excess almost 700, 800 millimeters in the northeastern, the eastern part of the island. So please be careful, New Caledonia. The European has a completely different scenario, like 28 millimeters, but only 28 is already some storms to watch. The GFS like 59 millimeters, 20 millimeters, so be aware in New Caledonia. But the excess is the only model that shows that not even the icon has that. So keep watching. And spots like French Polynesia, the Cook Islands are better now, like 13 millimeters, 22 millimeters, but this still might be some isolated thunderstorms, so still be careful. Some occasional storms in Mataura, Maritea Sul, the Town, a few showers and storms, but nothing that crazy. So be aware in those areas. Now the rain accumulation through the Canadian model shows here, like if it works. So this is until Monday, February 3rd. Show like some insane amounts in Queensland, the Canadian. It's like 400 to 500, because that bright yellow, easily like 600, 500 some spots in Queensland. So please stay safe there. There can be some very dangerous rainfall. Don't be scared, but be prepared. Stay alert and stay away from flooding. Be careful. Shows more storms north in Queensland and the tropical lows near northwestern Australia. More moisture there too. So stay safe in those areas and be careful. In other parts of Australia, during the last few weeks, we had some southerly blusters with some severe storms near New South Wales. Some spots, and still shows some storms like Thursday afternoon. Some spots in New South Wales. Friday still shows a storm or two there. So be aware, because with this heat and everything, some storms can be severe. So it goes, still shows a storm or two in New South Wales Saturday, northwestern Australia. So into Sunday still shows like in Victoria, the European model. The GFS like shows a different scenario, shows a storm or two, but not like the European. So be aware, you never know. And Monday the European still has some storms in Victoria, Tuesday a little bit, and those isolated afternoon storms. So be aware. And the icon has also into Thursday afternoon, tomorrow, storms in New South Wales. And Friday has less, but still has some rain there, northern New South Wales. Saturday, not much. Sunday does have a few during Victoria into Monday. So be aware in those areas and stay safe. Um, we don't have much time today, but let's just give a quick recap on these temperatures. So still very hot, like 45 degrees, 44 in Queensland, even 43, 42 northern and south Wales. Along the coast it is in the 20s, some high 20s, but it's better. But in the interior area, especially in the deserts, some 45 degrees, some spots Western Australia to 46, 45, so please stay safe, the heat, stay cool, and be careful, try not to stay too much in the heat and the sun, and be careful with heat danger and everything. So 43 degrees, so 41, so please stay safe. And the fire danger, of course, especially if it's breezy or windy, be careful. So into Saturday shows better, except Western Australia, close to 47, even 48 in the spot or two of the desert. So this is just one model, this forecast can change, but be aware, some 43 degrees, some 42, so Saturday, Sunday, still in Central Australia, better in Southeastern, Southwestern Australia, it's milder, but still like Monday in the desert, and to Tuesdays, even 47, the European shows. So be aware, and into next week still worse in Western Australia. Now the European showing like into Victoria, New South Wales, a small heat wave to Thursday the 6th, but then it goes away. But still hot later. So stay safe, a little bit less in Queensland because of the storms. And yeah, be careful the heat and everything. New Zealand, it's mild, chilly in some spots of the mountains, and mild in the 20s during the day, some other spots. Rain shows like New Zealand of a storm or two north and south island, some showers in the north island, and an afternoon storm or two. So be aware and be careful with wind. Those severe storms can have strong winds inside them, but the show is slightly gustier near Vanuatu Friday to Saturday, and Saturday there, even Queensland because the storms so slightly breezier, the Coral Sea, and yeah, and be aware, especially like shows a day or two into Southwestern Australia, Northern Territory, slightly breezier some spots, but nothing that crazy. In the Europeans, a crazy cycle in the middle of the Indian Ocean by next Tuesday, so be aware. It even has like into Northern Territory and Northwestern Australia some more winds next Thursday, but this is just one model and this forecast can change. So be aware, even show like a spot or two in Victoria later, like next Thursday, gust wind or two, but nothing that crazy. But be aware, the thing here is this rainfall in Queensland and the other areas, so please warn others and stay safe. Now just one more thing, very quick. So where is like Southwestern Pacific for the rain here, so the Canadian model is like this rain Vanuatu there, those areas, and does have some other tropical lows trying to spin later, so it goes there, and even has like on the 6th another tropical on the Coral Sea near New Caledonia, but the Nevjan was showing some interesting stuff, so showed like some more tropical lows in the Coral Sea, and did have this one close to New Caledonia on the 5th, so we'll keep watching these tropical lows and everything, and please stay safe in Queensland, the rain, the flooding and everything else, so stay safe, feel free to ask questions and everything.